Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Edith. If you are new here, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any updates and so we can always stay in touch and chat and we can have cafecito and we can talk about everything going on. I feel like I have been postponing this video for some time, but and I know if you have watched any of my previous videos, you guys are gonna be like, ay, como friega that she's in her 30s. How much I keep throwing out there that I'm in my 30s. Hey, but listen, I only do this with the intention of spreading the things that I went through, that I learned, that I don't want you guys to have to experience, or for the things that I want you guys to be in the lookout for to do better. Today's literally so pretty and I hope that we can get the most out of today, and I hope that we can finish this YouTube video today. That way I can get to editing and upload it for you guys. Today's video is going to be about 5 major things that I learned in my 20s. And I know it sounds very like cliche, but I swear to you, it is important. We're gonna try to cover like from personal things to like professional things. Let's go ahead and jump in on the first thing that I want to share with you guys is careers. I know you're young and I know you might be like, I didn't go to school, or I'm early in school, or whatever your excuse is. Ever since COVID hit, let me tell you, the game has changed. People will hire you. People prefer experience. People prefer cheap labor. Use that to your advantage. I don't care. Use all those things that you think are holding you back, like school and certifications and stuff like that. Like, you'll be surprised. For one, some jobs, if they got it like that, they'll pay for your school, they'll pay for your certification. First step is going to be on you to actually take that step in courage to try to reach out. Now, it's not going to apply for every job. Obviously, you're not going to get a doctor position, like no manches. But if you do put your work into it and you keep applying, you keep asking, you keep like pursuing certain jobs, certain careers, somebody's going to give you a chance. Some door's going to open for you. That, or eventually they're just gonna be like, fine. And honestly, in your 20s, do not sleep on the office jobs. Do not sleep on the government jobs. All those like city jobs, county jobs, all of that, they pay, and that's what you need. You need to start in your 20s, like you're in the perfect spot to jump in. Like, even if it's just like an entry level, like that's fine. A lot of these jobs are not considered fun, or even at times to have like the best hours, but you're gonna be setting yourself up. Like, if you sacrifice a little bit, in the long run you're gonna be like, oh dang, like either you grew in position, or you just made bank, like from putting money in your 401k to having like your retirement plan going on top of the 401k and so on. My thing with that is just don't sleep on it. Don't wait. Don't knock yourself out. Just because you're younger, it does not mean doors won't open for you. It does not mean no one's going to hire you. Like, you can find an amazing job and position yourself like early on. Like, I was 18 working in the courthouse. Was it maybe intimidating? Yes, it was. And did I have to make a lot of changes? Yes, because honestly, I felt like I didn't even have like proper like communication skills, or even just manners. Like, I didn't grow up in a household that like we knew stuff like that. My family is from El Rancho. Like, my family is from like I guess that the word's not ranch, but it's like more of a small village in it per se. Like, there's nothing there in the middle like of Mexico. Well, there's a specific part. I know like Mexico has beautiful cities, but the specific part we're just from a very, it's not even a town. It's smaller than a town. Like, there's not even a gas station there. So when I tell you, like, there's just things that we know respect. We know the whole respect your elders. You wait to be told to be seated. Like, things like that. So it was a huge adjustment into stuff like into like the business world, into like the American culture. Mind you, I grew up here. I am born and raised here, but I didn't grow up in a household with the culture from here. So again, I didn't knock myself out. I just kept shooting because I was like, my parents worked so hard. Being a first gen, I want to strive and work hard to become someone to make my parents proud, type of thing. So again, go for it. Do not hold yourself down. If you've been thinking about going for something, this is your chance. This is your sign to go for it. And we are gonna go to the gym after this, so I know I'm probably going through these things a little bit slow, but I promise you, stick through it to the end. Number 2 is gonna be people. Mind you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, oh my god, here we go, we're gonna hear a whole rant about people, yada 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 yada. Actually, you are not. I'm just gonna keep it short and simple. It is what it is. Keep the good ones around. If you see a red flag, just move on. For God's sake, do not waste your time there on friendships, on those family members that if you know your certain like aunt or cousin or whoever is bringing you down, anytime they're around, you leave that place feeling depressed, feeling less than who you are, and they cause just drama and like maybe even physical fights. Leave. Stop going around in those situations. If your boyfriend cheats on you, just leave. Prioritize yourself because you matter, and don't allow other people to take your energy like that. I feel like it's easier. I can see it easier now in my 30s than when I was in my 20s. It's actually gym time, so we gotta empacar nuestras chivas and go. We gotta grab our stuff and go. Ugh. I'm so ready for the day I get to redecorate my sunroom. No, we're gonna go to the gym. Let's go. I know I don't show my kids all the time, but trust me, they're always in the background somewhere. Hey, you ready to go get in the car?
Yeah.
Ora. Surprise, surprise. I just got to the gym. I actually took off all my makeup. I did not add this into my notes. The whole taking care of your skin, because I guess the age thing, you know, you would think like arrugas and like wrinkles or whatever, and like just not looking it. Bebe. This is your little plus on this video. This is your little extra. You're not getting charged for this. I'm telling you right now, drink water, drink your greens, tómate las vitaminas, take the vitamins. Like, there's so much that you can do for yourself. Like, eat healthy. You don't have to eat Whataburger every single day. Make chicken and rice, make healthy meals. I was vegan for a long time. I was vegetarian for a while. Like, try different things for you, but ultimately try to be healthy where you can. Go to the gym, get even a cheap gym membership, like a $10 one, $20 one. And if that's not in the budget right now, that's still fine. Go outside and walk. Come back home, work on your push-ups, work on your how do you say it? Work on your mobility, however you say it, but work on yourself. Like, your body will repay you. Now, if you spent all your 20s drunk because that's like the whole, you want to like party, live it up, you can't do that. But baby, hydrate. Eat before going. I don't care if you stop like through Taco Bell and grab yourself a taco. Handle yourself. Do well for yourself. Like, your skin will be glowing in 30. You don't have to start Botox when you're 30. Like, bañate, shower, be clean. All those steps add up and like will repay you for what you're doing. So invest in yourself, even if it's not like huge amounts of money. Wherever you can, like, do it. It's worth it, I promise you. So right now, my kids and I just got to the gym. We're gonna get a quick, well, no, we're not gonna get a quick workout. We're gonna get a bomb long workout in, because today is leg day, and I'm not a big fan of leg day. Let me be honest. Like, leg day is kind of like, because I feel like I do kind of have like strong legs, kind of. So I don't like focus my workouts on my legs. Like, my upper body is where it's at, because I'm weak up here. So if I can gain muscle up here, I am more for that, and I enjoy those workouts more. But my kids are staring at me, so let's go. And just because we came to the gym doesn't mean like I have to come all busted. I put some lip gloss on, brushed my brows, and I put on a clean outfit. I also put some perfume on and some deodorant because we're not about to stink at the gym. So go. Hey, hold on. Guys, I almost did not finish this video. I'm cooking dinner, trying to finish and wrap up the rest of my day. I also gave a lash class earlier. Well, an hour ago I finished. So it was day 2 of the lash class. So I'm really excited. We're actually going to be adding an extra day to our classes, which makes me nervous but really excited because I know like that my girls are going to benefit from it like in the long run. Anyways, I was telling you guys like things that I learned in my 20s, and we do need to keep going. So number 3, I promise you, please hear me out and don't tell me like, well, how are we supposed to do anything else? Guys, please avoid debt at all costs. You do not want to enter your 30s with debt. And now I get it. We have school stuff, we have home stuff. That stuff is normal. I consider like your house, your car, and your school like to be like, I don't want to say normal debt because I know that like some people are like crucify you or whatever. Yes, and I went overboard with the blush by accident. I am trying a new blush that was gifted to me, and it was so pigmented. I didn't even realize it was gonna make me look like that. But focus. Let me not lose focus here. Money, guys. It is so important that I don't like, even if you can put like 10-20 bucks away, like when an emergency happens, you don't have to bust out with like a credit card. You don't have to bust out like running to a family member or a friend, because with debt comes like all these additional problems. Like you can be good for like 2-3 years, and the next thing you know, like what if you lost your job, or what if you got sick, or what if you had some other situation happen. So if you can avoid debt, please avoid it. And this is gonna sound like a little like dramatic because I know people are gonna be like, but I need that. Like, you do not need that extra or that newest pair of jeans. You do not need that purse. You do not need like a lot of those things that you feel the urge to run and do. And why am I telling you these things? Like, if I really know about it, because I did those things. Like, I would be like, I think whenever I got my first credit card, like, I want to say within like 2 years, my credit went up to like 5 grand. Who does that? Why would you give me a credit card with such a high, like, money for me to get in debt? And I'm like, fuck. Like, ugh. But earlier, young in my early 20s, I felt like a lot of things were like, I need that. Like, oh my gosh, I need to jump on that sale, because then if I don't jump on it, like, I know I'm gonna eventually get that or need that like later on this year. Like, no. So I kind of am happy that I kind of went into the minimalist side of things like early on in my life, because it really helped me like put where I put my value in and like my expenses on. Like, I'd rather make like a happy memory and like go do something like that vacation or whatever than like spend it on a bag. Like, if you can afford a bag that's like over 3K, 5K, like, that's badass. Like, it is. Like, I no shame. But if you can't afford it, if you can afford payments, that doesn't necessarily mean you can afford it. Which it hurts, because again, I got into a lot of crazy debt when I was young. Which a lot, like, I think more than half of it, I don't even remember what it was for. Like, I just remember needing something. But clearly it wasn't for like my couch. Clearly it wasn't for like things that I know that I have right now. So I'm like, how dumb. Like, getting into debt to like go out to eat one day, unless it's that I just didn't have money for food, then that's understandable. But like for fun, like, I'm like, man, I wish somebody would have told me. Well, mind you, my mom told me to save, but she didn't really tell me how to save, and she didn't tell me like about the debt thing. So I can like vividly hear my mom tell me, "Tu nunca vas a tener yene." She was so right. Like, I really felt like like it was like an never ending cycle. Like, and this is the thing when you get into debt, like, again, you'll be good for like a couple months, and then it's like birthdays, holidays, like all these things come up, like events at work, events with friends, and you're like, man, I'm still paying from like this other thing on top of all these other things that I have going on. So unless like you are not the one taking care of your home, or you're like adulting differently, like maybe under your parents, or maybe under like your partner, or you know what I mean, like something like that, then that's like the only way that I can like really justify like spending crazy. Besides that, I feel like, I mean, you have to make sure that you keep up with like the main bills, like having a roof over your head, your car, your food, and your essential bills. So mom, you were right, them concert tickets were not an emergency. Ya pasó. But again, something I learned in my 20s that I won't be doing in my 30s, for sure. And of course, save. Again, even if it's a little bit, even if you don't think like $5 or $10 is gonna make a difference, it's gonna make a difference the day that you don't have enough money to put gas. So again, if you can save that money, like put it where you cannot see it. Do not leave it in your card. Don't leave it like, those sound so like crazy, but don't leave those like that money that you're saving like where you can access it easily. Like if you can like easily transfer it from like your savings to your checking, like you need to like have it completely separated. Like sometimes, like for me, it used to help that I would give my mom my money for her to save, because obviously when I'd be like, mom, I need the money, she already knew. She's like, para qué? For what? And I'm like, how do I lie to justify the situation when she knows what I want to do with it? Or se las huele, like she's got that feeling of what I'm gonna do with it. So I'm just saying, like, figure something out. I know they like even sell like money saving little like booklets, journal thingies, binders, I think they are. So find what works for you and go on, run with that one. Coming in number 4, study anything. I don't care what you study, I don't care for how long you study. Like, find something that you care about. Find something that even if you think, oh, it won't make like doctor money, like crazy money, that you could see yourself doing in the long run. Because if you build your skill, like you can literally make anything out of whatever you want. Like for example, like you can go into aesthetics, do nails, you can do lash extensions. I do lash extensions. Like maybe in the beginning I was not making money. It took me forever to learn it. Like, and I don't mean forever, like it took me like maybe a good year to 2 years to get comfortable. And then even then, like it was like, okay, I have to like learn one way of doing things, learn the other way of doing things, and like new products came out, I have to learn how to work with those products. So it was kind of like one of those skills that nobody can take away from you, and that if things ever got tough, I could always bust out with my skill. I can trade my skill, do like job for job type of situation. And that, again, it could be in anything. Like you can study, go to school, like obviously a degree is gonna open a million doors for you. If you just get certified in something, that can open a lot of doors for you too. Like don't underestimate being a plumber, don't underestimate being an electrician, being like those hard jobs that people don't want to do, like the yard guy. Like I approached 3 different businesses over the past, I want to say like 6-7 months, like here in my neighborhood, which is a decent neighborhood. I was turned away every single time because they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're on a tight schedule and we have to finish by like X amount of time, and we're not currently accepting people. So that means that they're making bank. If they want to raise their prices, they can. So you can't ding a business. Like a business is a business. As long as it's making money, like it is like everything. My thing about studying is that nobody can take that away from you. Like your skills, the stuff that you know, nobody can take it away from you. Like not to sound mean or rude or whatever, but like, for example, like you can date somebody and they can assist you in like financially, but the moment they're gone, like you're not on your own. Like you can make your own money. Like you can succeed. Like we live in a time that like you can find like free classes in like so many things. Like you can go on YouTube, you can find like how to make cakes, how to make cupcakes, how to sell cake pops, how to run a business. Like It's just, what do you want? Because I feel like as long as you actually like it, you can run with it. And even if it's gonna take you like every Saturday for the rest of the year or the rest of the next 5 years, whenever you finally get around to like finishing and like putting everything you learned to work, like you are going to like, one, enjoy the heck out of it, and then two, you're gonna benefit financially from it, which is like glorious, because that's like living the dream, like making money and getting to do what you want. So maybe like in the beginning, like you don't get to do what you want because you're a parent, you're, you know, not in the best financial situation, you're in debt, etc. Like, but in the long run, maybe you can get to do that, you know, and it'll bring the income that you are looking for. But you have to obviously stick through it, and then you have to keep learning how to do those things. And lastly, to finish that part, just education in general feeds your brain. Like, you just keep growing as a person, from like understanding other people to just getting a better understanding of yourself. Like, don't miss out on life just because you're maybe in a bubble. Go out there and learn whatever it is that you feel passionate about and that you love, and go with it. Now I feel like I'm wasting time. I know it looks bright out there, but it's really not. The sol lleva bajando. The sun's going down, so I'm like, oh, my video. Dinner just it's ready, but now I need our video to be ready. The best one for last, of course. Something that's like super personal that I learned about me. I was so lost, you know, all like childhood, all like teen years, like trying to please my mother, trying to be that perfect family image. Yeah, de grande me desfrené. Like, once I was big, I started like figuring out and doing things on my own how I wanted to. I learned, and it sounds so cliche, but I actually learned to love myself. Like, if you were to go back to like my beginning videos, I was the most awkward person. I didn't even know how to like be me. People are always like, just be yourself, and I'm like, what? How? What? But over this time frame, like, I have learned to be myself, and I find that like the most heartwarming thing, because it's hard if you want to like really get into the details of it. Like, it is difficult, like, to analyze and be like, okay, well, society is telling me one thing, my parents tell me another thing, religion a whole other thing, and my classmates and social media another. But you, to figure out who you are to the core, who you're, like, your essence, like, that's a whole different ballpark. And I really like encourage you to like figure that part out if you haven't. Something that has been like, I want to say, like, the most important thing to me. Money comes and goes. Education was not gonna define me and does not define me, but who I am does. That is me. Nobody can take that away from me. Early in my 20s, and this is just probably oversharing, early in my 20s, I got lost in the idea of becoming who the job I was with wanted me to be. I wanted to fit the perfect picture. I remember working for this law firm, and I was like, first of all, I was like the only Hispanic little girl in there. There's nobody my age, nobody that looked like me at all. So I went from like wearing like Jordans and Fat Farm and all these like I don't know, like gangster like outfits, but like I was dressing like different. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I went from like even changing the music I was listening to driving in, because I wasn't gonna blast rap. I mean, now I do. I could care less, because I have found out who I am. People might find that out early on, but something that I didn't, unfortunately. The thing with those kinds of changes, that you won't be fulfilled for the long run. It will only be like momentarily, which is totally so hard. I honestly think I'm just gonna be forever grateful with YouTube, because YouTube helped me dig up who I was, and it helped me really find me. So that basically just wraps up my video. I'm gonna go have dinner. I hope that you guys like are able to think about some of the things that I said, and I really encourage you guys, if you are in your 20s, to grab at least one of the things that I mentioned on here, and if you're not there already, for you to like find that or work on that and just like go with it. You never freaking know. But I hope you guys liked my video. I hope I did not bore you guys or overtalk or overshare, of course. So thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe.